Because you claim to care about the people of Tigray, and you do, which is why you made that claim. So let's talk. We are dying by a silent genocide. This is a headline right now in the World Peace Organization. That's 100+ years, by the way. I don't know where to start, but I'd have to start at 10th century BCE, when it was just the Demut Kingdom. Not just, but the Demut Kingdom, where the indigenous Tigrayans lived. Indigenous to northern Ethiopia, Eritrea. They started the civilization there, as in the agriculture, the trade, the religion, the language, everything. I'm not trying to do too much, but I just read for hours testimonies of women from Tigray. They sexually abuse them, sexually assault them, rape them, publicly, in front of their families. They insert objects into them. They make them infertile. They give them HIV on purpose. And they do things that some Tigrayan women said that they won't repeat. And as a woman, as any human, but as a woman, there's 135 million people in Ethiopia, and Tigrayans only make up 6%. There's 6 million. So from the Demut Kingdom came the Aksum Kingdom, came the Ethiopian kingdoms, the mini kingdoms, where shit started going wrong, and then modern Ethiopia. And then in 1935, Italy invaded. There is a quote from one of the Ethiopian officials. And that quote is, "Drain the sea to catch the fish." And the sea is supposed to be Tigrayans. So don't tell me that that's not genocidal language, genocidal intent. And after 2018, especially the hate speech against the Tigrayans, this is what happens, that Ethiopia is trying to make sure that the propaganda machine is making it seem like Tigray and the TPLF, which is the Tigray People's Liberation Front, who do get scrutinized, but they get blamed for this everything, for all of the massacres, Tigrayans, for everything, when it's really the Ethiopian National Defense Force, the Eritrean Defense Forces, the Amhara militias, primarily are in the West. Daniel Bekele, the head of the EHRC, which is going to be the Ethiopian Health, they did not allow the UN to check more than 8 out of 300+ massacre sites. Had them check 8. Deliberate extermination and ethnic cleansing, genocide. Right now they are run by Abiy Ahmed, the Prime Minister of Ethiopia. Committing genocide, bombing Somalia, funded by the US, helps bomb Somalia through US AFRICOM to monitor terrorists. They are the propaganda machine. Make sure that all Tigrayans are known to be this and that. It took me a second to figure this out, but it clicked. Tigray, being in Ethiopia as a federal state, means that they have their own governmental powers. However, they are still underneath federal law by Ethiopia, meaning that they control the aid. They're controlling the blockade. No food, medicine, electricity, a life, communications, or dignity. Because what they do to sexual, gender-based violence there is, go read the testimonies and go bear witness. And who's funding them? The United States of America. Again, they're allied because they're bombing Somalia. You have the EU, UK, Israel, which I did write like a fucking 4-year-old, because all of y'all who support these motherfuckers, you have the comprehension of a 4-year-old, but not the empathy of a 4-year-old. UAE and Egypt. Why? Because the Horn of Africa meets the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden. I wish I came about this a little bit more in a dignified, quiet way. There's pictures. One life is too much. There are over 70,000 refugees in Sudan, Tigrayan refugees in Sudan. Sudan is undergoing a genocide, also funded by these motherfuckers.
My phone died, but if you made it to the end, thank you so much. I'm waiting for permission from a Tigrayan sister to tell me whether or not I can put her name in the captions. Anything made from this monetization will go towards her. Allah yarham al-shuhada.